Hey team, it's Lizzie here, your health and fitness coach. Welcome to the first episode of the Metabolize podcast. Yes, woohoo! Oh my gosh, I cannot believe, guys, I'm doing this, recording my very first podcast episode, because that was something I really wanted to do for a long, long time. But you know, we've all been there, the procrastination process. But here I am, and let me introduce myself to y'all. My name is Elise Oliveira, a 37-year-old Brazilian journalist, and I have over 10 years of experience presenting the news on TV back in Brazil. I hosted all kinds of programs you could ever imagine, not only the news, but sports, entertainment, carnival, even weather forecast. And because of this wide experience, I got to learn how to communicate with a diversified audience. So children, teenagers, young adults, men, women, old people, they had all been my target. And over this time working as a TV journalist, something I've always worried about in terms of image is my body. That's it, my body shape. So in Brazil, especially in Bahia, the state where I come from, it's in the northeast of Brazil. By the way, very hot during all year long. People who know me and my work acknowledge me as a fitness reference. So let me share something with you. I'm actually very proud of this. One of the first things I did when I started to work as a reporter on TV was hitting the gym and lifting weights. And I never had any kind of influence. Nobody told me to do that. No directions from coworkers who I just started to work with on TV. Nothing. That was a decision I made when I visited one gym where I did a reportage, and I can't remember right now what the topic was, but anyway, in this gym, I met a man who later became my first personal trainer. His name is Everton Pacheco. Guys, I was only 22 years old, and he was actually the one responsible to introduce me to the world of weights in a more professional way. So before that, I was just kind of playing in the gym, you know what I'm saying? Nothing very serious about fitness. Anyway, from that moment on, remember, I was only 22 years old. I never stopped training seriously. So my fitness journey started to get as important as my job. So when I was actually training, I was working. And since I started very young, I could actually have started even younger. I know this, but I could see the results kind of quick. So my legs started to grow stronger and bigger. Guys, I was the beekeys. I was the goat. Really, team. I had the most amazing quads of the gym. So women, men, they would always stare at my rectus femoris because I would lift about 1,100 pounds on the leg press machine. So I was in my early 20s, lots of energy and motivation. But you know, the funny thing about all this, I was not looking for any specific result. I was not in a rush to accomplish anything. I was not worried. I wasn't worried at all. I was only a 22-year-old lady having fun lifting weights. That was it. And now, traveling back and thinking of how it all started, I realized I could only have achieved my dream body shape because I let things happen. I had allowed myself to live the process and the steps I had to take in order to patiently gather the outcomes of a fitness life. Even though I hadn't been following a nutrition plan or a specific diet style, I could see my body changing. I didn't have a body shape target, a fitness model, or a fitness influencer to influence me. Because, guys, that was 15 years ago. We were not, scrolling on our phones the way we do nowadays. Though I was serious about my new journey. And I guess I was privileged for beginning my fitness life without so many, interferences from the online world. I was just doing my homework. And most importantly, I was enjoying it. But why am I telling you all these things? Because I believe I've built something that speaks about myself. A fit body, a muscular body. And let me make myself clear here. It doesn't matter if you're on hormones, steroids, or anything. People have to understand that, yes, they are very good tools that can really help you grow muscles and get bigger as long as you do your part. That's it. So you have to show up, you have to go to the gym, you have to lift, You have to have good nights of sleep. You have to eat well. You have to hydrate. Sounds easy, but believe me, it's easier said than done. Yep, these are not the most complicated things in the world, but they require your commitment to get them done every single day. Okay, getting back to what I was saying, a fit body, a muscular body communicates a lot about who you are. Your shape will send people a special message that most of the time will trigger them. Even other fit people, they'll know you can go through hard times, that you can manage difficult situations, stressful circumstances, and still be successful. You know why? Because building muscles is a process that demands time, patience, and lots of no's. There's pain during the weight sessions. Your muscle fibers are being destroyed when you're putting them into stress. It hurts when you're training, and it hurts the day after and the day after that. Sometimes it hurts for 72 hours. And while you're still in pain, recovering from the last training, you still need to work the other muscles. And depending on your goal, you also need to do some cardio sessions. And if you're obsessed with the stairs like I am, you know that's a pain in the ass. I love and I hate the stairs. So how about the long-term results? Well, again, depending on where you're at right now and where you want to get to, it won't happen overnight. Nope. There's also a bunch of factors I can list right here, right now, that will make your life easier or maybe more complicated. Health history, sex, age, work, sleep quality, stress, hydration, nutrition. Well, you might be healthy, for example, but you only sleep for 4 hours. Well, I'm sorry, but if you can't sleep well, your body will have trouble to reset, to repair some damage, and clean up the trash. It needs to be released. You cannot build muscles if your sleep quality is shit. Anyway, I'm trying to say that you got to be patient to wait for the results. And we don't want to wait for anything. That's the truth. But if you're able to, it just means that you're more in control than when you think. That's right. Because if you're capable of controlling anxiety and overcoming the stress of a weight season, then you prove you can run your feelings and don't let them manage you. The opposite. That's the other message you send to the world when you carry a strong body. If you're strong outside, that's just a reflection of your inner strength because it's all connected. Not easy to grow through the physical and constant pain, not easy to wait, not easy to say no when you actually want to say yes. I know this. To me, that's actually the most difficult part, the diet. But if you can handle that, especially when you're after a goal, everything else is bullshit, believe me. For there's sweet people, sweet tooth people out there, I hear you. I love sweet, I love candies, but I had to deny it many times because the mirror reflection is real. And I absolutely hate, I'll repeat, I absolutely hate when things in the mirror are not aligned with what I want to see. So if you say no when you actually want to say yes, yes, then it just shows you are a badass. It's so easy to say yes, guys. It's so easy to enjoy the piece of cake, the ice cream, the bag of chips. So freaking easy. Anyone can do that. But if you do the opposite, it means you're different. Okay, your muscular body, your strong legs and biceps, your big butt, your shaped calves, your six pack, they communicate. Lazy. But there are people out there who undergo surgeries and get that six pack and insert fat in their ass. Well, that's true. I can relate because I have PMMA in my butt. But a good result still depends on how you maintain it. And that's also work. Not the kind of easy work. Even though I have PMMA here in my butt, I still have to freaking work out my glutes every week, sometimes twice a week. Hip thrusters, Bulgarian split squats are right there with my training plan, just waiting for me to get them done. And if you have no idea what I'm talking about, and if you've never done these two exercises before, these two I've just mentioned, please Google them, give them a try, and let me know how they go. Truth is, just eat all you want. Don't get your ass out of the couch, and you end up losing everything you built. So Don't underestimate surgeries and aesthetic procedures or hormones or whatever. You still have to do some homework. To do, you have to do them. So if you want to keep looking good, there's no way to deny that a fit body gets everyone's attention. And you know what? Most of the time in a positive way, because it communicates power, strength, self-control, self-confidence. Your muscular body shows you are in control of your life, that you can go beyond, that you are over prepared to whatever life places in your way. That's why your muscles are more than just muscles. Your muscles are a representation of the average, of what the average people actually cannot do because they're too lazy. But you are not. You are overqualified. You are above the average. You don't need to open your mouth to say a word because your muscles do it for you. Your muscles is pick up. They are the first thing people see when they look at you. That's why you should be proud of yourself, of what you see in the mirror, of your great job, because you inspire other people. Believe me. I need to love what I see in the mirror, otherwise I can't move on. You might find this maybe exaggerated. Well, that's me. I need that. And it works pretty well in my life. I need to make sure my stomach is flat. And then I find myself amazing and everything around gets more interesting. That's why shape matters. That's actually the name of this podcast episode. It matters because it communicates. It says something to you and about you and to whomever sees you. Period. End of conversation. So today, my piece of advice is before you decide on where you want to get to in terms of body shape, think first of what you want to communicate, of what you want to transmit, and make sure your shape goal is aligned with the message you want to send out next time you check yourself in the mirror or when people look at you. Ask yourself this question. What do I want to show to the world? Whatever it is, let your body does this job. And remember that shape matters. See you next time.